afternoon and welcome to this edition of Roland Sports. I'm Tyler Rowland. We're coming to you here from Russell High School, and with me is one of the seniors off the women's basketball team. Had quite a performance the other night with 13, and that's Josie Atkins. And Josie, it's good to see you here. And first off, talk about a little bit some of your involvements on campus, because I know you stay, gosh, of course, a tri-sport athlete. I mean, you stay quite busy with things.
Yeah, so alongside basketball, I play softball and I run cross country. I'm involved in a lot of different clubs. I feel like playing sports has really helped me become a leader and learn many life lessons that I can take on with me my next step in college.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And talk about some, because I heard, when they announced last night when they announced the clubs and your involvements and stuff, it was quite a lengthy list. And what would be maybe one of the clubs you're involved with that you really enjoy?
I'd say a new club that we started this year is called the National Unified Club, and it works a lot with the special needs, and we've taken them on field trips, and we're just really involved in the Special Olympics and just doing things to help them be a part of our school.
Oh, that's awesome. And speaking of that, one of the involvements that you've had, I know some this year, has been the Challenger League. And, of course, getting to work with Gavin and some of them. Talk about that and just how rewarding it is, what it's meant to you, and just what you see in the kids that are involved.
It's just really special to see those kids go out there and get the opportunity that they don't really get every single day, and to see them shine and get their time to be on the court and just to interact with us. I just feel like it's really good for them, and it's just exciting to see.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of accomplishments have been made this year for you, for your team, and one of those has been Coach Mandy Lane hitting 300 wins on the road at Menifee County. How did that feel to get to be a part of?
Yes, we're so proud of her, and I'm so thankful to be a part of some of those wins and to just continue to win for her and to play for her. She continues to push us each day so that we can meet our goals, and I feel like that's just really a key point right now coming into the postseason. Mm-hmm. So we're excited for her.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about your team, your career at Russell. And of course, you got plenty more to go. And potentially another district win, and then potentially even another trip to Rupp. And talk about your team, and just with that, just looking at your career and how it's gone. Just kind of, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I feel like winning 2 regions in the past, I feel like that's really just motivation for us. We had a great time, and I feel like that's an experience that I'll never forget. So for us, I feel like that's just pushing us harder to just knock out these mistakes that we've had and just to grow stronger so that we can make it back there this season.
Mm-hmm. And talk about your teammates, because, of course, I know you have one can tell you all have a pretty strong bond.
Yes. So we're really close as a team. I feel like that's a main part in our game. We really all get along, and it's just great to have a team that you can just depend on and be able to talk to whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with the other sports you play, talk a little bit about, you run cross country, and
yes.
now I get why you do so good running up and down the court. Talk a little bit about that and what you like about cross country.
Cross country is really just a mental sport. I feel like it's really pushed me to be the athlete that I am, because it takes a lot. It really does. And I feel like that's also a team sport. You have to come together. All your scores add up. So I feel like being able to depend on your teammates and to count on each other is just really big.
Mm-hmm. And talk a little bit about your softball career, because I know, of course, it'll be a month or so. That'll be a little longer than that. That'll be getting started. And I know you've been one of the key players on the softball team as well.
Yes, I'm really excited for softball season. I feel like we have a really strong team this year and potential to be really good. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see where that takes us.
Josie, what would be maybe something cool about yourself? Maybe when it comes to sports, maybe reflecting on, of course, I know there's going to be more too to come, but reflecting on just right now some of the accomplishments that you or one of your teams has been able to make.
I feel like for me, I'm gonna tie this to softball too. Just being in the outfield, being on the court, I feel like me being a hustle player is just a really key part in my role on the court and on the field, diving for balls constantly, going after loose balls on the court, and just running back, getting down the court fast. I feel like that's just something that's really important to me, and it's just showing a lot of grit on the court.
And you've embraced that role very well, too, in basketball. Talk a little bit about that, your philosophy and your approach to the game, because it definitely, it seems like no matter who you're playing, it definitely stands out on that end.
Like I said, that's one of my roles, and Coach Lane depends on me to get in there and to be physical and to guard some of the bigger post girls and just to be aggressive. So I feel like for us to win, I have to do my job, and that's one of my jobs. So I'm willing to do that for us to win.
You decided about college or anything yet?
My plan right now is to not continue sports in college. I plan to attend the University of Kentucky and just focus on my education as of now. And I think I'm going to major in human health sciences and continue on to physical therapy school.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. And lastly, Josie, are there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Definitely my family, my friends. They've always been here to support me, and they're my biggest fans. Next, my coaches, now and from middle school all the way on to my senior year in each sport. I feel like they continue to push me each and every day to be a better student athlete. And lastly, of course, my teammates. Just being able to have someone that I can depend on and just having those kind of people to make my senior year the best is just really something special to me.
Yes, very well said. We thank you for your time, Josie, and be sure to stay tuned. You'll get to see Josie and her teammates on My Town TV. Of course, we'll have some more games from this women's basketball team at Russell, and of course, you'll also get to see her on the softball field as well this year on My Town. So we thank you all for tuning in and watching this episode of Rollin' Sports, where you meet the athletes.